Do you think it's okay to portray a narrative of binge drinking for audiences under the age of 30?
I think it's okay to show it. It depends on the individual whether they choose to follow
Yeah.
that aspect of it.
What age? 30?
30.
30.
3-0.
3-0. I think it's fine because it's something that everyone's going to be open to. I mean, we've been drinking since we were about 14 or whatever when we go to our house party. So it's a problem we're always going to face. There's no point hiding behind it and trying to act as if it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
Show the extent of what binge drinking can do to people if they, take it over the limit, and just be honest with the audience. That's what I can say, really.
No an answer.
I don't know.
Alright. Which locations would you recommend to film at?
Well, it depends on the video, really. So,
What's the video about?
It's Kendrick Lamar swimming pools.
And what is it about binge drinking? Then?
Yeah, it's about drinking at a party.
Go on.
yeah, well, so in a party environment, I'd say is probably the best place.
That's a bit of a basic. I mean, I think it could be a bit more creative. I'm thinking of maybe you could almost picture yourself in a heaven or hell situation. Maybe that's where the person's ended up due to this binge drinking. Maybe it's a made up world, somewhere they've ended up once they've been binge drinking, because everyone's not always on the same level when they've drunk and they're out of their heads. So
Yeah.
maybe you could create your own little world which this person has gone into because of the binge drinking, instead of just that typical representation of a party.
I agree.
You agree, yeah, Mark? Alright. Do you believe it would be better to film at night or day?
But I think for this type of video, you could do a contrast between the two.
Ooh, I like that.
Why do you like that?
It's good. Juxtaposition.
Oh, nice. Well, I think you've got to be clever and think about what actors you've got, because if you've got a dark actor, you don't want to be filming in darkness if your lighting's not the best. So just think about what will work best. Don't force something.
But you could use that. It depends on how clever you are with setting up lighting.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You've got to use your elements to work with you. But yeah, you could use both. I think both would be a great idea.
Yeah.
An original
Nice.
idea by me.
Night or day?
Yeah, same as them.
Same as them, yeah. Okay. And lastly, do you think time lapsing is a useful editing technique, and why?
I think that's an interesting one, because with binge drinking, I think things got different speeds for people.
Yeah.
So maybe using that, whether it's a time lapse or a slow motion, you could play on that and really get into the person who's been binge drinking's mind. And maybe if you fast forward things a bit, you could almost jump to that stage where we see what's happened to this person due to binge drinking.
I mean, if they've been drinking, then they're a little bit disorientated. So it's sort of convenient. If you've been drinking, you don't always remember stuff that's happened. So it kind of skips.
Yeah, you could.
It sort of skips through that bit.
Yeah. Alright, fair enough.
Sounds like he's getting very personal, and I think he's got
Alright.
too bad.
Yeah, we'll end it there then.
Alright,
Alright,
cheers.
thank you.
Thanks.